with your host, Adam Lubin.
Her body's gold like September. She burns through the night like an ember. And all those things we try forgetting, I remember. But we say we all fine, we all fine.
Hey, what's up guys, Adam here, and as well as making YouTube videos, I also tend to do a lot of freelance work, and some of that work involves getting a lot of handheld footage where I'm not using sliders or tripods. Now if you've owned a DSLR camera or you've used a DSLR camera, you'll know that while they do produce really good video, they're not really set up for video, so when it comes trying to get stabilization, they just don't really win in that category. So trying to get stabilization from just holding the DSLR camera can be incredibly difficult. So I got my hands on this, the Spider Steady video rig. Now some rigs and stabilizers and hand grips can be incredibly expensive for what they are, but this one is going to be at the budget end of the scale. Now the main construction of the rig is going to be made from metal with plenty of foam padding for the hand grips and the shoulder pads. Amongst this you're going to be getting the camera mount, which is movable, so you can move it backwards and forwards along the shoulder rig itself. And you're also going to be getting a lot of female tripod mounts, so you can go ahead and mount things like video lights, you can mount microphones, and you can also mount weights. Now speaking of weight, the rig itself is fairly lightweight, which is kind of a good and bad thing. It's a good thing because it means it's going to be very lightweight and portable. The bad thing is when you go ahead and mount a heavy rig on top of this rig, it means you're going to get a lot of tilting, so you're going to get a lot of top heavy action going on, because if you have a heavy rig at the front and nothing at the back, it's going to start leaning forward, so you have to be cautious of that. So one of the things you can get to counteract this problem is actual tripod weights, so you can actually get these weights that screw in using a tripod mount, so you can mount that to the back of the rig, and that will allow you to get some of the counterbalance needed to go ahead and balance out the rig. So there are several positions you can go ahead and place the rig into. It really depends on personal preference and what you're going to be doing. So I mainly use the shoulder rig in its full extended form, so I actually use the wide grip and the full shoulder extension. But if I'm going to be more in tighter spaces and actually compact the whole rig down to almost like a handheld sort of format, so I'll make the hand grip more of a narrow position. I'll actually fold back the shoulder padding as well, so it's almost like a hand or pistol kind of style when I'm using the camera. So some of the drawbacks of using the rig, and one I've already kind of hinted at being the weight, but the second one is going to be the actual screw tension. Now these tensions are fairly cheap and flimsy, so you can try and tighten them as much as you can, but if you go ahead and place something heavy on top of the shoulder, it tends to come loose, or it starts to the rig will start to bow a bit, so you have to be really careful about how tight you actually tighten these. And I'm also a bit cautious about whether the strip is going to thread, because once the actual thread on the actual screw completely goes, or it strips down, you've completely lost that screw, so you have to be cautious of that as well. But overall the rig does a fairly good job of keeping the camera stable, definitely a lot better than just holding the camera in your hand. So I'm going to conclude this video by showing you some of the footage where I actually used the Spider rig in action, so be sure to go ahead and stay tuned for that. And anyway guys, it's been Adam here, thank you for watching, take care, and of course I'll see you guys in the next tech video, and enjoy the footage.